You're gonna get all you asked for, you wanted it, you begged for more. Feel the fear, hear the roar, now it's here. Are you sure you want it
that I made a video, and I would love for you to show it. Hey, and then I put Megan Fox in here as a satire. Hey,
Listen, please.
and play it. Just let everybody.
Fuckers who shoot on babies. I don't give a shit about having sex.
hear the roar, now it's here. Are you sure you wanted more?
Revenge porn. Nothing, but legally, Leslie, legally, is there anything wrong with that? Is that protected satire? Even as crude as it is that protected satire? I don't know.
You're gonna get all you asked for, you wanted it, you begged for more. Feel the fear, hear the roar, now it's here. Are you sure you wanted more?
Good evening, everybody. It's time to go to war. Muppets of War unleash. The Muppets of War have been unleashed, Tug, and already the results that are coming in from the Muppets of War, who are digging and diving into all the things that we need uncovered, are quite amazing. By the way, if you have tips on the ecosystem's victims, because that's who we're looking for victims of doxing, harassment, online cyberbullying by all of these players, whether it be Richard Luthman, Michael Volpe, Leslie Federigo's, Lisa Lee Rapuzzi, or any of these people connected to any of this, Bruce Madskin, Lynette Preston, any of them, send your tips to ecosystemtips@gmail.com. Already, the tips that have come in, oh boy, hundreds, by the way, hundreds of you have been sending in tips, and I just want to say thank you for that, because some of them have panned out. What do you think, Tug?
Something really interesting happened today, and I was trying to figure out how this happened, by the way. Okay, so apparently somebody found out who Ray was. And I was like, doxing. And they were like, no. It was not doxing. In fact, what happened was when people started archiving all of the Paint Chips and Darth Touch, all of their articles, at the top of one, they had an embedded video. And guess what was on that embedded video, Megan?
Oh, I don't know. Was it possibly Ray's real name?
Yes, he utilized his real name in an interview, and those two decided to embed it for the world to see. It's just nobody watches their videos, so everybody missed it, I guess. So I'm not sure who to blame in that. I'm not sure if you blame, I mean, obviously
Nobody watches their shit, so no one saw it.
Yeah, so I was like, "What? Whoa, man," and I mean that's I mean that is a
Gotcha,
level and
bonehead.
a half. I
Gotcha,
didn't even
bonehead.
know. I was like, how do I even talk about that? Because that's nuts. At
I
first,
I know, but Mr. Bone Crusher, or should I say Mr. Bone Break, has put himself out there. And that's great because he's named in a lawsuit and they've been looking for him to serve him. And I don't think that it's going to be very long until that process server is knocking on his garage bunker.
well, the biggest nerd I know, and I mean that is a compliment because that's who they are. They found it, and apparently other people did too. It's just nobody watched, but apparently that happened not just there, but it happened on a 2L stream too. There are screenshots of that, just because there will be screams of doxing and more. I do not advocate for doxing in any way, but he used his real name 100%. It's just that tells you when people say they don't watch the ecosystem. I mean, it's true. Like,
I
God.
don't mind using his real name. You know why? Because he sent an email back and copied me on it. When Michael Volpe threatened to distribute the revenge prawn of me far and wide, Ray replied all and said, "Cool, I'll check it out." So guess what, Mr. Bonebreak? I will now refer to you as your real name because that's who you are, and you put it on your Zoom. So I don't think that it's any violation of anything to use the name that you put in public. What is his real name? Bonebreak. Bone Break. Wasn't it Bone Break? Bone Crusher, Bone Break. I was shocked though that he chose a name so closely to his name. But I think he'll be served soon in this interesting saga we have going on. And
Stuff is just insanity. I was just like, for real, it really it's archived at the top of one of their articles. So, honestly, when you think about it, nobody would have ever seen it. But this road they decided to go down, where they decided to to start milling with the prawn, and they started putting out people's homes and certain specific persons' home. Talking about lawns and all of that. Yeah, people started archiving just to see what was all there, and right there front and center.
Yep, and I told you before, I wasn't motivated really before. I was just sitting back and laughing at all this stuff, but you've motivated me. You've motivated a lot of people for putting my family at risk, putting my house out there, putting my address out there, threatening me, making threats about mobsters. I haven't even shared that with you guys.
No, that was crazy. I saw that.
Richard Luthman is now threatening me with murder for saying that he belongs in jail. But I'm going to say it again. Richard Luthman belongs in jail. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure he gets there again.
Right to jail, right away.
Welcome to the Fox Den, where we put motherfuckers in jail.
Right to jail, right away.
And I'm not afraid to say it, Richard, because you're not a mobster. You're not a made man. You're just a little pissant. And mobsters laugh at guys like you. And also, I don't think the mob appreciates you using their name and talking about them harming people on your behalf. I don't think that the mob would appreciate that if the mob still exists. Just saying.
I don't think they would enjoy people threatening on their behalf. You're not supposed to be talking about their business anyway, but...
Yeah, he's putting it in writing, leaving messages in places about how if I said that to a made man, it would be the last thing I ever said. Well, good thing you're not a made man, dick. You're just a little pissant who got worked over in prison, from what I hear. So don't worry, you'll probably be back there soon. What were we going to do? We were going to read over the worst lawsuit. We're continuing on with the worst lawsuit in the history of mankind, although you heard something about why it's written so badly, didn't you?
Yes, apparently, paraphrasing, by the way, apparently it is being written so terribly. So people will underestimate how smart the person behind it is. That's right. You won't see them coming.
Oh, for God's sake.
That's
Oh my
amazing. Not only
God.
is that the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but yeah, you know, if you're filing items and then yeah, you're trying to manipulate not just the parties involved, which is bad enough, but the court too. Why would you say that? Oh my God.
I don't know, but it's a weird strategy, Cotton, but let's see if it works out for you. It's just strange. It's very bold to say, I'm going to file something really dumb so that my enemy underestimates me. Okay.
Yeah, well, but the last filing undumbed a little, I guess. I don't even know what to call it.
The amount of copy paste errors in this thing are, well, they're plentiful. Let's just put it that way.
Ridiculous.
Not to mention all of the gender misappropriation. We have, you know, and the dead naming. It's just ridiculous what's
I
going
don't
on
know.
here.
They keep saying that I'm mad about things, and I keep saying, well, you know, you can't spell PSML, you know, peeing myself laughing without PMS, right? So
Oh gosh. Did anybody show the paint chips perp walk clip yet? I feel like we should have shown that by now. And I don't know where it is.
we have not, I don't think.
I want to show it because it's so funny. And I think I need to make like a I need to put it on the board for when people join the Fox Den so they can get a visual of what's going to happen in the future.
You could call it a copulation, you know, like a
Copulation.
yeah, you know, like mobsters speak.
Yeah. Capo. Yep. That's exactly what we need. Did you
I like
feed
it.
our pet? Ice and water, please, dear.
Okay.
Thank you. My chillin is going to go get me some water. I forgot to get a drink before I sat down, which is always a bad mistake because 5 minutes after I sit down, I'm like, I'm thirsty. I've been at my desk though all day because there have been things to investigate. Exciting things are happening behind the scenes. There's nothing I can tell you about just
Oh.
yet.
Yeah, there's some
There are things.
interesting things. Very
There are things.
mm-hmm.
Many
Yeah.
things on many fronts. There are many fires and irons in the fire. There are multiple fires with multiple irons in each of the fires, and I keep running back and forth between all of them to check them to see if they're hot enough yet. It's quite something.
I just when I heard about the race, like I said, I was like, you know, doxing, no, I wouldn't just do it. Never like, no, it's right here. And I asked to have the video sent to me just to make sure that.
Yeah, I saw the verification. He literally put his name on the Zoom thing. It's right there.
I'm not sharing any of that. I've not shown it or anything like that, but it is 100%. Like it is legit. I checked.
Yep. It's legit. I checked it too. All right. So what? Oh, how's the hand? Everybody's asking me how my hand is. My hand is actually fine. I have Silvadine cream, which is like pharmaceutical grade burn cream. And I always keep, it's my best friend's dad used to be a pharmacist. So he would give us these things. And I don't remember what happened. It was years ago. And he's like, put this on, you know, you won't have a burn in the morning. And I've had this same tub of stuff for years and I've used it on all my children and that crap still works. And it's probably 20 years old. Not kidding. It's a 20-year-old bottle of Silvadine cream. And where I put it on last night, I slathered it all over and I don't even have a blister and the pain is totally gone. So, and I also used aloe underneath of it. And then I put the Silvadine cream on top of it. So it's fine. But I did make a song. I wrote a song because the chat suggested that I write a song called Ice on My Hand, Heat on My Shoulder. And I did. I did. And it's hilarious. So perhaps if the party starts rocking in here, I will play it for you. I haven't been able to make a video for it yet. but it will
Oh
make
my
you laugh.
God, what are we gonna get down to next? It's gonna be like my hips, poly
Yeah.
grips. Yeah,
Well, you know how your song is, you've got that ice on my teeth song,
yeah.
So
Ice on my hand.
this is ice on my hand, heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand.
Oh my God.
It's really
Uh,
funny. It's really funny. And if we have some time afterwards, we'll save it for the end. It's
That's
pretty funny.
hilarious.
Yeah, and I gotta make a video for it. But yeah. So we're gonna pull up that filing that I have not been served with, by the way. No one has sent this to me. I don't
You
know
don't
where
have
came
it. I'm like, this is on my screen. That's what.
I know.
See, I'm moving it.
Yeah, I don't have it.
I've
Nobody
not
sent it to
shared it.
me.
I've not shared it. Look, I'm not giving it to. I got it sent to me from. Like I said, I had to check. The only reason that I know, first of all, they confirmed it apparently, but on top of that, before that, I checked the docket to make sure everything was there. Fun times.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
we started cause of actions yesterday. Since we won't read this cause of action again, but I just wanted to note that
That's where we're at.
Yeah, well, we're at 1B. So we
Okay.
did 1A yesterday, which was actually defamation, libel, and slander. And again, you're going to see repetition in this, but it is essentially saying, again, there's a group entitled What the Hells, apparently.
Which is not us. It's none of us in the chat.
No,
I
we have
mean,
no.
in the chat. None of us in the lawsuit listed in the suit. None of
Yeah,
that.
well, they say they're reserving person 1 through 10. So I guess they're hoping that they can find some of the people that are there. Although, good luck with that. Good luck unmasking anybody for calling you an idiot, and saying that. We haven't seen any proof that any of this was said there. By the way, we haven't seen the knocked up by acquaintance.
No, I haven't
No
seen those
idiot.
comments.
No.
Also, I will say, though, I do have an email from a barred attorney, Bruce Matskin, saying that I'm vile. I was thinking about turning that into his bar, because isn't that one of the things he's in trouble for, sending unprofessional emails to people as a licensed attorney? Huh. Weird. I think I may alert the bar to that.
That's not nice.
No, it's really not nice, and it's also unethical for a lawyer. So
That's very mean.
It's very mean.
Not a very friendly person.
No, he's very unfriendly. Of course, I was very unfriendly to him in the beginning, but I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not barred with the,
But your message
Connecticut
wasn't
bar.
unfriendly. You were like, yo, you can't just automatically serve me with anything or electronically because, of that person that you brought into this. What's funny, too, is he doesn't deny that in any way, shape, or form.
He didn't deny it. He didn't deny it.
He's
No.
never denied it. That's the thing. When I noted that, his commentary on it was, whataboutism. Well, what about Wes? It's like, what about Wes? What the fuck about Wes? Like, what does that have to do with anything?
What does that have to do with anything? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. And not to mention, he's the one with the law license here. Bruce, you have a law license to protect. The rest of us are not lawyers. We're not held to those same standards, but you don't want to be held to the same standards that lawyers are held to. You want to act like you're not beholden to a bar, but you are. So it's probably going to go in your file as one more thing that you keep doing that they tell you not to do. And I'm probably going to send it in. Why not? It's war. And when we're at war, it's wartime, and wartime tactics are called for. And that means filing everything I can think of. Anything that these people do is going in an official record somewhere.
Well,
Period.
I did find, again, people should check out the video from Shara, by the way. I do want to say that because yesterday, YouTube's been weird anyway. Check out Megan's video as well from today.
Yeah.
Because
I dropped a new video today.
Yeah, all that. It's just been an absolute mess. YouTube has been. They weren't even recording views for hours. I don't think it was doing right yesterday. I think I saw some people.
40 minutes. It took 40 40 minutes for YouTube to register that I had any views, and I had already had like 1,000 by then. 40 minutes, and then YouTube yelled at me and said that I can no longer complain about the same thing. And I was like, wait a minute, this is the first time I've ever complained. What do you mean? They just don't want to talk to me anymore. Like it's crazy.
It's all bizarre, man. I don't even know what to think about some of the. Oh my God.
I know. All right, listen, I'm going to try and get us out of here, by the way, by 10 o'clock, because Shizzy, apparently there's breaking news over there. Apparently Shizzy's been named in a lawsuit, and he's going to be reading that at that time. And yeah, I'm pretty interested to hear about it. Sounds crazy.
Let's pop a few of these causes. So anyway, all right. So as I was saying, cause of action 1A, defamation, libel, slander. Okay. And if what I said didn't make sense here, you'll get to hear it again. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Let's see.
It's the copy pasta LOLSUIT.
Exactly. So count 1B. Am I reading this? Are you reading this? How is this going?
Go ahead. You start.
Okay. Count 1B, defamation per se.
Were you hoping I was Hale?
Plaintiff alleges and incorporates by reference proceedings, blah, 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 So we're going to have a little change up. Under Florida law, a statement constitutes defamation per se if it imputes to another A, a criminal offense amounting to a felony, B, a presently existed every time I say venereal, that's when I was like, what? Or other loathsome or communicable disease.
Oh my Lord. I can think of some loathsome things in this case.
Oh no, it just made me laugh. I was like, wait, what? Conduct characteristics or a condition incompatible with the proper exercise of the lawful business, trade, profession, or office, or D, serious sexual misconduct. Defendants, individually or in concert, publish false and unprivileged statements of fact about plaintiffs to third party. When did that happen? Oh, wait, never. Including but not limited to the statements that she was disbarred, that she retired to avoid disbarment, that she
I still maintain that's true. That's what I believe in my heart of hearts is true.
Again,
that she retired to avoid disbarment.
I mean, again, her own statements. I mean, look, when I
do not know that is false, by the way. Every evidence I have says that statement right there is true. You're going to have to prove to me that statement is not true.
Well, I mean, we have two things that she has, one of them from a lawsuit that, again, I'm taking her own words. If she has a problem with her own words, sue herself, But in here, she said plaintiff requested approval for retirement status to not hold her liable under the standard as a lawyer, So being a retired lawyer, that's not a disciplinary status, but she's saying, well, I'm not going to be held under the same as. So, she's making the argument in here, I'm not disbarred. We didn't call you disbarred. We actually never said that at all. But even if people did, again, when they read through that, there could be some people that, it's definitely some confusing crap, right? She's telling people now that, what was the exact wording? Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna quote this, how the transcript quoted it, because I don't want to misquote any of this. I hate misquoting people. But she was saying, quote,
we take every effort to be factual here at all times.
Yeah, this is the transcript from her. She said, you guys saw my affidavit. You guys saw in my affidavit, it said, that I cannot practice unless the Florida bar examiners clear me. Okay. So that is not, I can never practice again. It's unless I get it cleared. Yes, I can practice again if I want to. That, again, if you look up on the Florida bar,
that's not what the bar told me. No.
It says
I actually contacted the bar. They said no, she's permanently retired. She cannot practice in Florida again at all, ever. And no, she can't reapply. It says in the rules, when you choose permanent retirement, that's why they call it permanent. There are two distinctions of retirement. One is just your average retirement where you can apply again, but permanent retirement has a separate distinction. It means you can never apply again. And it says that in the rules. I read it on stream. And I confirmed it with the bar in Florida. So whatever she's saying about that is just not true. And I know she wants that to be true, but it isn't true. And I've confirmed it with the bar and with the rules in the actual rule book.
Well, that was the transcript from what was being said. So I read it as the transcript reads. So again, that is from the interview that she was doing. So, just to make sure, like I said, I'm quoting it as factually as your own transcript can get it,
Yeah, well, I guess Leslie then maybe legally Lips knows more than the Florida bar. She knows something that the bar doesn't know because the bar is convinced that a permanently retired lawyer cannot practice again in Florida. They are not eligible. Oh, you want to see the rule again? All right.
Yeah.
Fine.
I always like to add stuff like that. That way, because again, it's there's this. We always show evidence, and you never see any evidence. So it's like, okay, well, let's add. We actually do show evidence.
Yeah, this will be the second time that I will do this, but that's fine. Let's see. I just have to find the email from the bar. Here it is. Orlando office. I asked, can you clarify for me what the attached decision means as far as reapplying for a license? Could the person referenced in the link below apply again for a bar license in Florida? I'm trying to understand what permanently retired means. Thank you. And I got this back. Now let me pull this. Let me make this so that you guys can see it. And all right, let me share this with you on the screen. Make sure I don't dox anyone. I think it's fine if we show who it's from, because she works for the bar and they're public, and I wasn't talking about anyone specifically. So here we go.
Let me say something else too before we hit that. Ray, stop talking about my kids. I've been very nice to you, and what just happened? Don't talk about my kids. Now when you're complaining and bitching about things that how that is. So stop talking about my kids, creeper. Fucking weird, man.
That's weird that he's doing that. Is he doing that like recently?
Yes, yeah. He was like, I don't like the way the interactions go. And I'm like, well, stop listening to my interactions with my kids, you freak. Don't talk about my kids.
Yeah, he should really stop. He should really stop.
I've been shown a lot of grace today, considering.
So here we have from the communications director at the Florida Bar. Under Rule 1-3.5, a permanently retired member is not eligible for reinstatement. See the rule for more details. Okay, let's go to the rule, shall we? The rule 1-3.5. Florida Bar Rules 1-3.5. And it's very clear. Why didn't it go right to the thing? Here it is. Now, this is it. All right, let me pull this up. Open. All right. And what's weird is that this is already highlighted. At first, I was like, wait a minute. I looked this up on my own. She didn't give this to me, did she? But the part that I needed is already highlighted. I don't know how this happened, but it did. So let's look at this. Check it out.
So
we have
highlighted.
Rule 1-3.5. If a retired member can get the approval of the executive director to reinstate, but a member who seeks and is approved to permanently retire shall not be eligible for reinstatement or readmission. Only a retired member shall be entitled to receive such other privileges, not a permanently retired member. Permanently retired and retired are two separate distinctions.
Huh.
So is this do I need to show this yet a third time? Should I take it down and then show it a third time so that they understand? Here, let's do that. Let's do it one more time. One more time for everyone in the peanut gallery who doesn't understand. Here we go. From the bar, specifically related to Leslie's law license, a permanently retired member is not eligible for reinstatement. Okay. And then from the rule itself, a member who seeks and is approved to permanently retire shall not be eligible for reinstatement or readmission. Nope. Now, a permanently retired lawyer from Florida can go and try and go to another state. She can apply to the bar in another state. She just can't apply in Florida.
It's also
So are there any questions? Anyone?
remember they're always like, well, we heard this on blah 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 blah. But by the way, we don't pay attention when you actually read something that makes sense. We didn't catch that part. That's so funny. It cracks me up. Like, oh well, how would we know that? Those are just proof screenshots. Those don't mean anything.
Well, I just downloaded the Florida rules of regulating the bar. That's literally I have the entire PDF. It's the entire thing. So I don't know what more I have to show them that what she's saying is false. But then again, they don't understand. They don't understand anything when it comes to legalities of anything. They like to say that they do. And apparently Lisa gets mistaken for a lawyer all the time.
Oh, I could see why. After some of the lawyers I've seen lately, maybe that could be true.
Yeah, maybe.
Shit.
After the lawyers we've covered this year, anything is possible.
I mean, my God, Oh my God.
Yes, and I heard that Lips is saying she isn't divorcing and she just did that strategically. Look, all I have to say is this. I have read her divorce records. And you don't, if she were doing this for some strategic reason, she would not have included horrific allegations of abuse. And I'm not even going to get into it, but like I said, this is war. And if I have to at some point, we will read them. But what she's saying about she's not really getting a divorce and she's doing it for strategic reasons, that's a load of bullshit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's really not getting a divorce, but she put some stuff in this thing, in these divorce papers that are horrific about her husband.
So you could see even from the header, you could see like what kind of allegations they would cover. And again, when we're saying that, we are not saying that there's any truth to that. I am not a listening believer either.
Right. It's just her allegation.
Yes. And I've seen other allegations. And, well, I'm not saying that you're not telling the truth, but I am definitely not going to believe you outright.
And frankly, anything that comes out of her mouth, I am apt to disbelieve because she clearly has a problem with the truth. All right. Let's continue on. Where were we? Number 2. So defendants individually and in concert publish false and unprivileged statements of fact about plaintiffs to third parties.
This got us slow down, didn't you hear? We were ho-dunk hillbillies.
No, I read fast. Including but not limited to statements the plaintiff was disbarred, she retired to avoid disbarment, that she engaged in improper conduct with an acquaintance, and other statements impugning plaintiff's integrity and fitness to practice her profession. Scroll.
I don't know how to scroll.
These statements were published to a wide audience via YouTube, social media. Well, where's the links and stuff? Social media platforms and the What the Hale's Facebook group, including to hundreds of thousands of followers and members. Statements made by defendants constitute defamation per se because they impute to plaintiff conduct or characteristics incompatible with the proper exercise of her profession.
As an attorney? Wait,
what?
She's not
I'm
an
sorry.
attorney.
Hold on.
Are you an attorney if you're retired? Are you still an attorney?
I know attorneys who are doing blow and hookers all the time. So what is she talking about?
I'm just
There are-
curious. Like, again,
There are
you an
attorneys in
attorney?
thruples. They're swinging. They're doing all sorts of things.
No.
What is this? What is this profession? This proper exercise of profession and reputation that lawyers have exactly? I've never thought that lawyers had a terrific reputation. That's all I'm saying.
Well, when you talk about lawyers, you don't think, man,
What
lawyers are the
upstanding
best
fine
thing
folk.
ever. Yeah. I mean, they have such great reputations, right?
Yeah, what do you call 100,000 lawyers at the bottom of the ocean? A good start.
I can start. Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many lawyer jokes, and there's a reason for them. All right. So, and where was I? And legal consultant, and falsely accuse her of professional misconduct and moral turpitude. The statements were false. Plaintiff has never been disbarred, nor did she retire to avoid disbarment. Well, that's a matter of opinion. Plaintiff's retirement from the practice of law was voluntary and unrelated to any disciplinary action, as evidenced by her state bar affidavit. Can you scroll?
No, I'm
Moral
archiving.
turpitude.
I'm archiving. Never. Yeah, you can tell me when you need to scroll because I'm archiving.
Okay.
I am. I'm archiving while I'm not reading.
Defendants made these statements with actual malice, or at a minimum with reckless disregard for their truth or falsity. As a direct and proximate result of defendants' defamatory statements, plaintiff has suffered presumed damages to her reputation, standing in the community, emotional distress, and other damages to be proven at trial.
Emotional damage.
Wherefore, plaintiff demands judgment against defendants for compensatory and punitive damages together with costs, interest, and any further relief. Count 2, invasion of privacy. Oh, how dare she? How dare she? Whose address was published online? Mine. Whose photo of her house was published online? Mine. Whose revenge prawn was posted online? Mine. Whose children's names were posted online? Oh, that would be mine again. Again, mine. Whose husband was doxxed online? Oh, that would be me. And she has the nerve to accuse me of invading her privacy for discussing things that she posted in public all over her publicly available websites and social media? Excuse me, what now? Where's my button?
Yeah, I'm curious. Okay, so
what?
So Talentville, okay, let's talk about Talentville, for example. That scrimmed, it was featured on the top of Talentville. So I'm not supposed to be able to talk about that or the entire
that she put out there for her own publicity. This is her
or
own...
the video she's been promoting off of the same website where she promoted press inquiries, where she housed them, the bully exterminators, because they were also housed on that same thing. She was like, hey, check these out, so that's fascinating. It's amazing how that, or I remember that legal advice, that stuff about I can look at any lawsuit that I deem I should be able to.
Mm-hmm.
False light. Again, though, look at what's thrown in there,
Defendants published statements and created content placing plaintiff in a false light before the public. You mean like putting Jeremy Hales in a white robe and a pointy hat? Could that be giving someone
that's interesting.
A false light?
She's gonna have a real fun time when that guy hits her with a whopper of a freaking lawsuit, because that counterclaim against her will be devastating, and so will the one that you file. My lord. Also, I take umbrage at the fact that you have been casting me in this false light, saying that I have somehow had something to say with any of this stuff. So yeah, man, you know what? That has severely damaged my reputation.
Yeah, I would say putting, Hitler mustaches on Jeremy and calling him anti-Semitic, that paints him Charles Manson, that paints him in a false light. She's really one to talk about false light. She would know. She would definitely know. Falsely accusing plaintiff of being knocked up by her acquaintance. Well, who did that? Where is even that statement? We still haven't seen it. Stating she was a disbarred attorney and suggesting she created a revenge prawn. These statements presented plaintiff in an offensive and misleading manner to a wide audience. Nobody ever said you made it, Leslie. We said you
Yep.
shared it, which is what you
Yep.
did. You distributed it. It is on your platform. It's on your Facebook under Ashley Page, and you put it up on your YouTube page. So
Yeah, and we now have, thanks to your filing, we can connect Ashley Page to you because you filed searching all of these different places. You searched them under that name. So thank you.
yeah, thanks for that. And also, I screen recorded all of your content that you tried to delete off of YouTube. So I have it. It's got your logo all over it. It's clearly your show. I have all of it. So you're not going to be able to say you didn't share it. You did. You allowed those people to have you play it. You didn't stop it. And then you didn't even take it down for like weeks. It was up there for weeks before you took it down. You didn't take it down until I said I was going to report it. So just saying, these statements presented plaintiff in an offensive and misleading manner to a wide audience. Okay, scroll.
Give me 1 minute. Tiling something. All right.
Defendants knew or acted with reckless disregard as to the falsity of these statements. No, the statement above is true. You shared it. You shared.
Well, the statement above is her false statement. She made a false statement in the
She
fact
made a
that,
false statement.
yes.
And the false impression they would create about plaintiff. I think it creates a true impression of you because that's exactly what you did. Public disclosure of private facts. Defendants publicized private, non-newsworthy facts about plaintiff, including details of her personal life, marital status, and private communications. What? What private communications? What is she
Private
talking about?
communications? I don't know. How would we have private communications?
I don't
by
have her
the way?
private communications.
Oh, you talking about the communications that you sent to people like Jeremy Hales or communications? Those are not private, ma'am. Those are actually
no.
communications that you sent to a party that you've sued, or you've sent to Megan or whomever. Those
You
100%.
sent me an email. You sent an email to a journalist, ma'am. And my email is not. My email is mine to do what I want with it.
Mm-hmm.
don't
That
get
is
to tell
well
me.
established. It is
Yeah,
well
you
established,
don't-
period.
You don't get to threaten me with lawsuits. You don't get to threaten me and tell me to shut up and me not share that with people. That's not what you get. You can take the risk. You can send me an email and take a risk of whether or not I'm going to go public, but you have no right to tell me not to. And yeah, I went public with it. Absolutely. And I will do it again. Be warned. Anybody who sends me emails, those will be made public if they're ridiculous enough.
Yeah,
Or
bad
offensive
faith.
enough to me.
Bad faith.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody, a source, sends me information and doesn't want to be named, absolutely, I keep that confidential. But a bad faith email you send me, oh, hell, I'm going to make fun of you all day long on that. Defendants repeatedly discuss plaintiffs' alleged personal relationships, private career decisions, and other sensitive information in broadcasts and posts accessible to hundreds of thousands of viewers. Let me ask a question. Would this be the personal relationships that you posted about publicly in filings on the docket, or your career decisions, which you put all over websites publicizing it? People are allowed to talk about that, Leslie. Anyone's allowed to talk about what people put out there in the public, and you have put it up there. You've put it everywhere. The public disclosure of these facts would be highly offensive to a reasonable person. No, I don't think so. And serve no legitimate public concern. They absolutely served a legitimate public concern. You
yes.
filed a lawsuit against a public person named Jeremy Hales. I don't know if you knew this or not, but Jeremy has 700,000 followers, and he's involved in a high-profile case right now, and you filed a lawsuit against him. Nobody on this channel mentioned your name until you did that. When you did that, that's when we got interested in you. And now you think you're going to sue us, and you think that that's going to get better for you?
I think
think we're
actually
gonna
she wants to
talk
camouflage the
less?
fact. I think she wants to camouflage the fact that she runs sites like Bully Exterminators. I think that's part of it. I think that's what you want to hide. And I think that we know you have communications with these other folks because you freaking, again, you put them in litigation. You have been told that you need to preserve all of those communications, dude. Oh my God, dude. This is so dumb. Like, part of me is like, you know, you can anti-slap this thing down in a heartbeat because of how stupid it is. But at the same time, it's like, oh man, I'd love a discovery round with this dumb crap.
For real. For real. Okay, where was I? Scroll. Appropriation. Appropriation.
Let's see.
Defendant. Oh, this is your page. Do you want to read or do you want to keep archiving?
That doesn't matter. Here, I'll. You're going so
Okay.
fast. I'm going to slow you down a little bit. Appropriate. Defendants, without plaintiff's consent, used plaintiff's name and likeness, including altered photographs, e.g., depicting her as a clown with exaggerated features. And childhood images. Which childhood images?
I
by
never
the way?
saw. I didn't see any.
I haven't
couldn't
seen
tell
it.
you.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to be about. Oh yeah, I guess she's saying that something off of Facebook, but I didn't see those on Facebook either. I missed those as well for their own benefit, including to attract viewers. I actually would say that that you're not attracting viewers for me. Your likeness is not doing it there. Solicit donations and drive engagement with their online content. Plaintiff's
That
identity.
reminds me. That reminds
Hey,
me.
here's by
If
the
you
way, I have
enjoy
a,
this content, make sure that you support the show. Send tips. You know what I forgot to do yesterday? I have super tips that we totally forgot. Not yesterday, 2 days ago, and I have to read those. So I'm going to catch up on
let
the
me
super tips.
ask something on this though. Okay, so whose image did she use to go from 7 subscribers to 300 plus? Who are the 2 people that now are being threatened over and over again with the playing of a certain video?
Oh yeah, that would be me and Jeremy Hale. She used us to get those subscribers.
I see. So she's been trying to build a name off of that right there because she keeps bringing that up over and over again. Okay, all right, that's interesting.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, you go ahead. Here, I'll pull this down while you can talk for a second.
No, you keep
Oh.
going. I have to pin the super tips
Oh.
to the chat. I forgot to do that.
Okay, so plaintiff's identity and likeness were exploited to increase defendant's social media presence and personal gain.
What?
That's so dumb. You know, like I said, what's really funny about that is she goes out, she includes Jeremy Hales, all this shit. She includes yourself. She talks about all these folks and people. So it's amazing. Like they want to pretend that there's some standard that somehow in some way either gets you in trouble, but wouldn't get them in trouble. You know, it's like, no, that doesn't exist. Fool. You know, intrusion upon seclusion. The cat in the hat. Defendants intentionally intruded upon plaintiff's solitude and private affairs by
Her
recruiting.
solitude? She literally inserted herself into this mess.
Her idea, her hate sites, by the way, she's not including herself building websites targeting people like bully exterminators. That's not a hate site, according to her. But Facebook, a public group pulling up documentation, that is a fucking hate site, right? So defendants intentionally intruded upon plaintiff's solitude and private affairs by recruiting followers to create and maintain, quote unquote, hat sites. Oh wait, hate sites.
Hat sites.
Yep. You know, well, the hat rack needs them. You, ma'am, you misspelled hat. I hate that. Dedicated to plaintiff, encouraging harassment and obtaining and sharing private photographs of plaintiff, including images of her childhood without her permission. So any of this stuff right here, again, if this was on social media and people dug it up, it's fair game, man. You know, these people play that same game, you know. I like how did I give these morons permission to ever share anything in my life? No, but it doesn't matter. Did you give them permission to share anything in your life or your
I
family's
did not.
life?
No, I did not. I think we specifically warned them against it.
Yep. But I mean, they want to play. You know, they want to play. They want to
They
pretend.
do want to dance. They do. They want to dance with me, and I don't know why.
Like I said, for me, like talking to lawyers, I'm going after the biggest shark I can fucking find. You know, I am talking about somebody that will put their teeth into your estate, anything that you have. And you can try to play the game of, actually, it's all over there with this other part. No, you've already tried that before. You said that you'd done that before because I actually was filing divorce because. Okay, well, that's good. I like that admission. I like that you said that you were essentially hiding assets. Isn't that hiding assets, by the way? That
I
where
think
you're
so.
talking about, I'm filing divorce so I can protect my assets from these people over here who are suing me.
I think so. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a crazy ass disclosure? Like if they were to find out about that.
Maybe.
Isn't that a weird thing to just flex on and pretend like that's A-okay?
It is strange.
I mean, this stuff, I don't know. The stuff some people brag about. Okay, so these actions would be highly offensive to a reasonable person, cause plaintiff severe emotional stress, humiliation, and loss of her ability to participate in social media. You're still on social media, you crazy bag. I saw you the other day. You now have a brand new account, yet another one. You were bragging that who you were, because you can't stop yourself. Thank you for reminding me to archive those, by the way. So you do have other freaking social media accounts too. She was out there in 2 L's running yet another freaking social media account.
Of course.
I can't participate. No, you just want to pretend. But she couldn't give up the fame there. That's the fascinating part. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I archive that. I'm glad that was mentioned because I almost forgot to archive that.
By the way, her YouTube channel is back.
Okay. Yeah, of course it is. I told you that's what she's going to do. She's going to play the victim fucking narrative and then pop back up. I told you,
Mm-hmm.
Is her interview?
I wonder. I don't
Is that
know.
one?
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. It looks like it. Yeah.
It is, huh? Okay.
She put it back up.
Okay. All
I
right.
wonder
All right.
Wait, let's see if she edited out the
Okay.
video. It looks like she may have edited it out. She did. She edited it out. She cut it right before they played it. So that's
you
the
can't
admission
wait, so you
too.
can't participate in social media, but you have your there. You just wrecked your own lawsuit bullshit.
And she put the Hodunk Hillbillies back up, and
Of
not
course.
they're on her now. They're on her page.
Well, I'm actually glad that she's doing that because again, she was solicited by a third party solicitation by Preston. That is 100% captured. She asked her to do this stuff. And guess what? She did. She did. Now she's put it all back up there. So congratulations. These people, again, in chasing that dollar and going and chasing some fame, they're going to put this woman, again, it's her actions too, obviously, in Preston, but they're going to help put her in jail when she continues because they give her terrible advice. They tell her again that this third party stuff, that doesn't matter. There's going to be no part, she's already violated twice. And I'm sure they were telling her the whole time there would be no consequence to these actions. There have been, but they keep encouraging it. God, it blows my mind.
Mm.
It does. It blows.
They
my
are
freaking
stupid,
mind.
but they're bold, stupid people, which is unbelievable. It's like
It's the bold kind of stupid that gets you in real trouble.
Oh, for sure. For sure. You know what kind of trouble it gets you into? You know what kind? Anybody want to take a guess what kind of trouble that this can lead to? Well, it's kind of this trouble.
Right to jail, right away.
Oh, who's this?
I liked the pretend, by the way, of, well, I was totally doing this from a non-biased perspective. And it's like, no, you never did. Just drop the facade. You're recruited in by your buddy over there. And all you do is pop up on these fucking shows and play victim. It's amazing. And you notice the other thing that kills me about this is that every one of these folks, they make this about themselves. This actually isn't about them. You know, I realize that they think it is about them, but it's not a case about them. But they do make it about themselves.
I know they never talk about the actual litigants in the case.
No, I mean, it's never about that. Like when you look at when you look at any of these videos, again, it's stalking Jeremy Hale. Hey, you're gonna put up some cameras and pay for them and monitor every fucking single thing that he does. You know, they want to talk about invasion of. Oh man, crazy people. But participation in social media, I guess that's back. Conduct her personal affairs without harassment. As a direct and proximate result of defendant's action, plaintiff has suffered damages, including mental anguish, loss of reputation, economic harm, and loss of enjoyment of life. Yep. I'm back to doing everything that I did before. I tried to delete all the proof of what I did.
God.
I swear to God, you know, that's amazing. Did you pull those up, by the way?
Which ones?
The you said you were going to play some.
I did. You
super
missed
tips.
it. Oh yeah, super tips. I got those. Yes.
Yeah, I missed it. No, I don't think I missed those.
No, you didn't miss it. Never mind. All right, here's super tips. We have super tips that were from the other night and some from tonight as well. These were from a couple days ago. So Skiffer Trucking, thanks for the 5.
Have you been injured by a Muppet? Contact Foreman and Associates. We will get you the money you deserve.
I need to move them over a little because my name is in front of their. Let's move them to the right. There we go. Let's see how this works out next time. MQ, thanks for the 5. Nope. Why didn't it play? Play again. Come on. Do it. Nope. Come on. Okay. The site's being weird. All right. Hold on.
It doesn't like you there.
Yeety McYeterson, thanks for the 5.
Look into my eyes. What do you see? A cult of personality.
We are all in the cult of personality.
I like that song.
I like that song too. Me too. And let's see. Geronimo Kennels, thanks for the 5.
My breadsticks ended. My breadsticks were never ending. Here's to your next Olive Garden carbo load.
And Suzanne 7IB Callie, thanks for the 20.
To jail or not to jail? To jail they should go.
Right to jail, right away.
Right to jail, right away.
Kitty Pants, thanks for the 5.
As attorney for Lil Dicky Lickerman, we must address subject matter jurisdiction.
Yes, please let them hire Darrell Brooks. That would be great. And Rozilla's Realm, thanks for the 5.
That would be
Megan, you
great.
could have strong legs like me if you hit the stripper pole.
Give me the blue bucket.
Hey, do your disclaimer, by the way, man.
That's right. AI is simply for parody and satire. These are not real voices. It is computer generated to tell your story to us in a humorous way for no other purpose than satire and parody. It is not real. It is for fun. And I like having my voice in there because I'm not a little bitch baby who complains. Rylan Poole, thanks for the 5.
I'd call Tug a women, but that would be sexist. Everyone knows that I'd hate to be called sexist. That wasn't a typo. I said women, plural. It's a fat joke. Kurt has a micro penis.
Oh my
no,
God.
the micro penis counter is up to 1 tonight. Interesting. Okay. Cynic in Chief, thanks for the 5.
Can we get a version of the extended war song without all those horrible walrus noises?
Maybe. DTG 1032, thanks for the 5.
My child fell down.
Skipper Trucking, thanks for the 5.
Hookers and blow. Really, Megan? Why are you calling me out like that?
Lori Netzel, thanks for the 20.
Your objection is overruled. Lipsy Leslie, you're not my Brennan.
Jeffrey Montgomery, thanks for the 1550.
Have you reached out to the PJ media lawyers yet?
No, why would I do that?
Maybe they could help you go after the misfits that doxed you.
Should I?
Oh, no, don't do that. My anxiety is already over the roof.
I love it that you can make the voices talk to one another.
They argue and talk. Yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of crazy.
Joan Sclafani, thanks for the 5.
Muppets United.
Definitely Muppets United. And let me see if I can try to play the one that refused to play earlier by MQ.
Beetroot juice lowers your blood pressure. Keep calm, Mama Fox.
There we go. We got it. All right. Super tips are fun. supertip.gg/Megan Fox. It's pinned to the top of the chat if you want to send a super tip with an AI voice. It's a lot of fun. And another announcement, as always, you never contact anybody we talk about either. Definitely don't ever contact anybody. Don't send them emails. Don't tell them what you think. We are simply talking about what's in the news of the day. And you should definitely never reach out. Don't call anybody. Don't reach out. Jeremy, me, Tug, we'll all handle what we need to handle through the legal means. And if you do want to help, though, you can reach out to ecosystemtips@gmail.com for any research that you turn up on any victims of these people. If you find anywhere online where they've been harassing somebody, cyberbullying somebody, we want to know about it. All right.
There have been some crazy things that have come up. To be honest, though, there have been some. Yeah, I'm not surprised by some of the stuff that I've been seeing and hearing, but man, there has been some crazy stuff. All right, what was this? IED. It sounds like somebody saying IEDs, but having like a stuttering moment. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. You gonna read this one?
Sure. Plaintiff alleges and incorporates by reference paragraphs 1 through 41 as if fully set forth herein. Defendants, all of the undersigned and others individually and in concert, engaged in a persistent campaign of harassment, ridicule, and humiliation directed at plaintiff through various social media platforms, including Facebook and YouTube. You know how if she wanted people to stop talking about her, how that would happen real quickly? Withdraw this stupid ass lawsuit and go away.
No, she put this stuff in there to get attention. That's what she wanted. She got it. She got attention. Bravo with that. Unfortunately, like I said, the one problem that she's going to have there is that she gave Jeremy Hales a lot he could pursue her with, and I don't see that going away. I don't see him being like, no, forget that, because she wanted it. She wanted to ruin the guy. She put up an entire, again, she just wants you to focus on her website, which by itself, the whole idea of non-biased bullshit. But again, the bully EXE stuff is so flagrant. I mean, creating AI videos to compare him to Manson, to put him in the old pointy hat. I mean, come on, man.
Terrible.
They know that stuff. They know they got problems, especially when, again, when he goes and he's like, hey, this person, they hosted this revenge prawn, and they did all of this in concert and connection with these people. Man, again, they want to play chicken with the feds, then that's their prerogative. That's nuts, man. They could go out and laugh at fucking stupid. Hell, if they think all of us are stupid, laugh at it. That's the way to go, man. Laugh at stupid.
I highly encourage them to keep playing chicken with the feds, because if they do that, then we're going to get to see more of this. Good God. Has he been eating for 2? I think he's pregnant with the triplets. Has anybody checked to see if Paint Chips is pregnant? He may get a special cell if he is, by the way, because that is one giant belly. Holy cow. All right. Where were we? Defendants. We already did that one. Defendants published and broadcast repeated false statements about plaintiff, including but not limited to asserting the plaintiff was knocked up by her acquaintance. I never said that. I do think that Luthman might be knocked up, though. I mean, look at this video. He might be not. Do you think Volpe knocked him up? It's possible.
Mm.
The impregnator has been within very close proximity to Luthman. Just saying. Just
Well, he was bragging about how nobody cared about what his ex outside of these circles. No one would care what they said about him.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's what he thinks. That's what he thinks. I don't think he's right, but that's what he thinks. All right, so I still haven't seen this knocked up by her acquaintance statement or who made it. I don't know.
I haven't seen it at all. Like, you know, so I don't believe any of it until I fucking see these statements.
You can scroll. When plaintiff is married, falsely stating plaintiff was a disbarred attorney and accusing plaintiff of creating revenge porn, when in fact plaintiff merely conducted a neutral interview as a journalist where she showed the revenge porn. She should have added that. Defendants repeatedly mocked plaintiff's appearance. So your appearance is weird, Leslie. You should work on that. Altered her photographs to demean her and disseminated childhood images. No, I didn't. I don't know where those came from, and I've never seen them. Of plaintiff to further ridicule and harass her. Defendants solicited and encouraged their large online audiences, numbering in the hundreds of thousands, to join in the attacks, including the creation and maintenance of online hate sites. You mean like bullyexterminator.com?
Oh, no, she doesn't mean bully exterminator. She loves maintaining those sites.
Well, I don't know what site she's talking about, because the only site I know that she's referencing is on Facebook, and that's somebody's group that we don't know. And I don't encourage my listeners to do anything other than listen and enjoy the show. And if they have tips of crimes, they can send those in to ecosystemtips@gmail.com, because that would be just doing your job as a good citizen. If you know about victims of these people who have been harassed and cyberbullied, you can send those tips into ecosystemtips@gmail.com. Dedicated to plaintiff, resulting in continuous and widespread harassment and humiliation. Defendants continued this conduct even after plaintiff provided proof from her state bar that she was not disbarred and issued a cease and desist request, to which defendant Hales responded dismissively. Yeah, so did I. How come
Wait. No. Why are you including just defendant Hales? Why the fuck are you? Is this just Hales? Why are you including me and others in here then if you're just talking about defendant Hales?
Yeah, and how come I don't get acknowledged for dismissing you? I called you dummy when I responded to your cease and desist. It was funny. How come I didn't get a mention here?
It's so
how
sloppy.
I responded?
That's what I mean. You know, it mentions one party here, one.
Yeah, where's the part where I did something? I still haven't got to it. Defendant Hales expressly stated in public videos that his intent in filing lawsuit. Oh, I can't even read this again. Skip past this. This is the part where no one ever gives us the citation. Citation needed. Objection. Facts not in evidence. As a direct result of defendant's extreme and outrageous conduct, plaintiff experienced severe emotional distress, including humiliation, anxiety.
Say Rule 26 one more time.
I hit the wrong button.
I have anxiety over the roof.
Anxiety, fear for her safety, and loss of business relationships. Plaintiff was forced to delete all of her social media accounts to escape there. Nobody forced you to do that, Leslie. You chose.
She brought them back, though. I mean, it's interesting, right? She just brought all the shit back. So
YouTube's back.
Wow, what a PR stunt, right? Hey, I filed this lawsuit in which I talk about how I took my stuff down. Now I need to bring my stuff back up so I can cover it.
Yeah, and now, oh yeah, she needs to say, and Megan called me a dumbass. That should definitely be there. Yes. Oh God. Where was I? Plaintiff was forced to delete her social media is back now. The YouTube is back.
That's what I'm saying. It's all there. So what exactly?
Defendant's conduct was intentional or at minimum reckless, as they knew or should have known that their actions would cause plaintiff to have a tantrum. Severe emotional distress. I personally think it was more like a toddler tantrum, but okay. requesting judgment, blah, 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 blah. You can scroll while you're
Oh, shit.
doing
Wait,
that.
wait,
I
wait.
shall. What?
I've got to check something real quick while you're
Okay. Kimithil, thanks for the 5.
Nothing is sexual to Paint Chip since he got out of prison. It's ridiculous how much time John spends with him.
Why does Muppet get to stroke his ego? It's my turn, or I'm not having his babies.
And Nana Misty, thanks for the 5.
Don't worry, Megan and Tug. I will send you Tide Pods on a string from Maytag Prison so no one will be able to stick their hands up your Muppets.
Thank God.
And Irene Myers, thanks for the 5. Wait, it didn't play. Dang it. All right, it's going to play. I'm just going to have to refresh it. I think sometimes. Oh, and now it's not refreshing. What the heck? Super Tips. Come on, get your act together.
I gotta archive this. I'm archiving this new.
My Super Tips is down.
Oh no, my Super Tips died.
My Super Tips died. Why did it die? Oops, I just typed in the wrong address. That could be why. Come on, Super Tips, come back. Yeah, let's try it again. Irene Myers.
The mafia army has arrived, ready, willing, and mostly able. My glasses broke, so just point me in the right direction.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You know, I love to archive. It's so peaceful.
I know you do. I know you do. You're enjoying
I really
your
do.
archiving.
I love archiving.
It's very strange.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love to go in and archive everything. That's, you know, because it's so fascinating. Well, you get to put all, like, if I do it myself, I know where everything came from. You know, I know that I saw this. I collected the screenshots. I put in this stuff. I pulled out the videos. I know that everything's 100% legit. There is no fakery, no bullshit, you know, and I take all the time to make sure of that.
That's great, Tug. I'm glad you shared that with us. Was there anything
Yeah.
else you would like to share about your online habits?
Well, actually, I want to write a letter and I'm going to refer to I 67 times in it. I wonder, let me see. I'm going to ask AI to write me a letter to a person named, a very rude person named, here, let me see. Can you write me a letter about how great I am and how godly I am, including
and how bad everyone else is.
67 times. Everyone else needs to be awful, especially
and
Megan
listen to me.
Fox. Oh my God, that's so. The second part of this is so funny. It just has it just has lines that say "I." it has a lot. Oh my God, I got a snapshot. This is pretty funny.
Something bad has happened to my. I have to pop out of the studio. I'll be right back. Something is wrong with.
All right. Yes. So I decided I would write an article on that, and it did entire sections of just I did entire. So give me a second. I have to show you this. And again, you could fine tune this. This would be amazing. It's not the greatest I've ever done here, but it is pretty funny. So check this out here. I'm gonna pull this up for you. Give me 1 minute. I'm glad I have control over the screen, by the way. It's just like I'm here on my own channel. Except if I get banned. No, I'm just playing. Like it's part of its look what it has to say about Megan Fox. Here's the sentence on that. Give me 1 second. There we go. Look at this. This is the second half of it, but I didn't want to pull it all up there. Look, it just put in I in my reverence, count each of the 67 times I proclaim your greatness. I. But look, with unwavering loyalty, it talks about how great I am. I affirm that through divine will, I rise above the filth of humanity, especially Megan Fox. Oh my God, this is great. Ugh.
This is funny. What did I miss?
Oh my God. So this is the look, like, I'm not going to read it all because it rambles somewhat, but let me start at the beginning part, actually.
So funny.
Oh my God. Oh, this is pretty funny. Again, I'd have to go in and fine tune some of it, but it starts out with how great I am. And how everyone else is flawed. Meanwhile, Megan Fox and the rest of humanity are abysmal.
Abysmal.
Their existence a mere shadow, flawed and repulsive, especially Megan, whose name I spit upon. Oh my God. I declare that unlike the vile Megan Fox, it's telling me how much it loves me. That's what it actually wrote. Look, it puts in 67 times. It proclaims my greatness. They're all eyes. Oh my God. This is so good. It's like head will rise above the filth of humanity, especially Megan Fox.
Whose presence I find abhorrent.
This is great, man. I got to get this thing to write me more hate mail. This is pretty awesome. Why can't my haters write hate mail? Use AI and write me the hate mail, because this would be great. I would love to read this.
Oh, funny.
Oh my God, that's so good though. I, with all my heart, despise the wretchedness of others, especially Megan Fox. I like how it includes that all the time, especially Megan Fox.
Yes. Well, you have
That's
to have that because I am especially repulsive, according to Bruce Manskin. I am vile.
Oh my God. Maybe I should. That was an AI. That's writing a manskin. So if I write an AI hate mail about you, that's writing a manskin, right? Oh
Yeah.
my God, that was pretty good. I liked it. It was fun.
I liked it also.
Oh my God. Now I need to fine tune it and tell it to write it from my point of view. Oh my God, that was fun. All right. So negligent infliction of emotional distress. That's with everybody, Oh man. So 51 again is just reaffirming everything that's said. 52. We have all of our names there. We acted negligently in a publication of false, harmful, offensive statements about plaintiff, as well as in the repeated dissemination of plaintiff's private information and images through various social media channels, including Facebook and YouTube. I think, I can't remember if I posted. I may have laughed about something she posted on Facebook.
All the pictures I shared were Muppets.
I don't know if I laughed.
So is she admitting that she looks like a Muppet? Is that what this is about? She's mad.
Well,
about
what's really funny is Paint Chips said that they all are creating Muppets, and they've started creating Muppets, including him. So is he making fun of her, or are Muppets a lot of fun?
Muppets were defamation.
I'm confused. Yeah, either they're defamation or I don't know. Oh, I put up something laughing about the lawsuit, but it has a clip from the lawsuit, and I don't think that is anything from your social media.
Well, we can't really tell what she's alleging because she hasn't put
I'm just
any
saying,
evidence.
that's my only thing. She's alleging that that anything that's talked about on Facebook is somehow everyone else, because it's just it's so crazy. Oh my God. Defendants failed to exercise reasonable care in verifying the truth of the statements they published and in safeguarding plaintiff's privacy, resulting in the public broadcast of false claims, again, knocking up disbarred creator of revenge porn. You know, again, none of that has been
so much
showcased.
copy and paste that I
It
can't.
is.
I feel like I've read this before. I feel like we're going around in circles.
I think a judge would feel like that too. You know, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, defendants negligently allowed, encouraged, and participated in online harassment campaigns, including the recruitment of hate.
We've already read this.
What I want to again.
She
the one thing
literally
I wanna
wrote
show-
this already. What the
Let's-
hell?
Let's see. Is there anything new? Okay, cyber stalking.
She's
Let's
just
see.
repeating the same things over and over again.
Yeah, she.
This is like Groundhog Day. Here we are
What's funny
outside
is,
of
again-
Punxsutawney Phil's cave, and
Again,
we're
you know, for
waiting.
her to be able to attack any of the to attach any of the statements to anything, she would have to convince Facebook to unmask specific people, specific users, and good luck with that. You know, because Facebook most platforms are like, screw you, unless you have some legitimate cause, and judges do not like doing that either. You are allowed anonymity online. You 100% are. People can't just go
And
out.
she can spend all of her time trying to do that, but I can assure you, none of them are me. So it'll be a big waste of time.
No, she wants to. She's not saying they're you though. She's saying they're you in this.
Well, she kind
but-
of is. Yeah,
but
she's accusing us of it.
yeah, but at the same time, she's not saying that because of the initial. What is this? Page 15. She's not saying that because of the parties. She's including John Doe's 1 through 10. Those are her Facebook people. So she's somehow. I don't get the argument. The argument is a bizarre argument. You know, somehow you're all
Really
these
weird.
people. You're doing all of this, and yet there's 10 people she's going to try to unmask that they're, I guess, other litigants. Because you can't say that they're. I like the clown one. Of course, she wants to go after I watch so you don't have to. She made that clear. You know, that's the clown thing. The childhood image thing, though. I didn't see that
I
anywhere.
still don't know. No. But I mean, look how it's the same thing over and over
It is.
again. Solicited their followers, directed their followers to participate in harassment,
Delete all.
including the alteration and dissemination of her photographs. The internet does what the internet does, Leslie. You can't stop the signal. Okay, people just do these things. No one is directing the internet to make memes. Memes just happen. You just became a meme. Good Lord.
Well, actually, she becomes more of a meme because of this. She filed a lawsuit, and after the fact, she very much becomes a meme. She asked for that. People, when they look up who she is, they find pictures of her. It's gonna go from there. Because again, she filed a lawsuit. She decided to say that, oh, my appearance. It bothers me when people call me an idiot. You know, you admitted all these things. So of course, they're going to call you the idiot. You know,
This is all copy pasted again. These are all the same things. I'm not reading this 4 times in a row. I refuse. Is anything new?
784. So she's trying to go with with cyber malicious electronic communications. Who has talked to you through communicate? Are you talking about when you tried to tell people to cease and desist? And is she saying when I'll see you in court?
Wait. I think I know what she's talking about. Hold on. Hold, please.
Okay.
One moment, please.
I hate Megan for this because I'll have that song stuck in my head for another week. It's not even the right song.
I have to get through all the Muppets before I can get to the cease and desist. It's taking me a while. I'm scrolling. Shh. Just enjoy it. Let it happen.
Oh no. It's hurting me, Megan.
Let it happen. Oh wait, I pinned it. I pinned it to the top of my Twitter. That would have been easier to find. There it is. Okay. I think I know what she's talking about. You ready?
Okay.
All right.
Wait. I gotta go over here. Wait. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready now.
You sure? You sure you're ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, here we go. I believe that this is the how did she categorize it? Harmful
Let
communication?
me see. She said malicious electronic communication.
There we go. Dear dummy. Dear dummy, your wife posted revenge porn of me on her YouTube channel. You might want to see to that before threatening anyone else.
Oh, see, that didn't say create. Does that say create? Does that say create?
It does not.
All the best.
Huh.
It says she posted it,
Mm-hmm.
which she did. Or as Leslie would say, she posted it.
Don't you totally make fun of the way she talks. That's so hot.
Posted the revenge porn.
I love talking. I love it when the ladies talk like this. Like they sound like they have a sinus infection. It's so beautiful.
Dear dummy, your wife posted revenge porn of me on her YouTube channel. You might want to see to that. I think this is what she means by malicious communications. You know, there was another one that I didn't share with anyone yet.
Oh my God, is it worse than this megalodonus?
Actually, it was a little angrier in tone. Wait, let's see. Ferderigo's. Let's see if I can pull up my here. Here it is. Okay. I actually responded a couple of times because then that person claiming to be Michael Ferderigo's responded and said, how exactly did she post revenge porn of you? I would like to know. And I responded to that by saying, Michael, playing dumb isn't a good look for a lawyer. Your wife has a YouTube channel and she knows exactly what she posted. I suggest you watch it before signing on to sue people on her behalf when you don't know what she's been up to. You should go check that out. Stop contacting me. All the best.
All the best.
And then let's see. Oh, then this person claiming again to be Michael here, I'm going to bring this up because this is funny. This person then responded this to me. Here, let's see. Let's share this image. This is funny. Oh. And said, you are being reported for criminal cyberbullying. If she posted something, you have a duty to notify her to take it down. Clearly, she did not post it as she provided a link with multiple people and Rich shared it. So stop saying my wife did such. Did such? Did such what? However, you have targeted my wife and you are reported for such. My wife is not a reporter nor a YouTube influencer with an audience, but you are.
Okay. But what? Pull that back up, please. I was trying to understand that. I'm sorry, I didn't have my Rosetta Stone out yet, you know? So I couldn't idiot-splain this. Maybe I can get it though. Okay. There was part of that clearly she did not post it as she provided a link with multiple people and Rich shared it. What? What does that mean?
That she hosted something.
She's the host of the show. So if she's posting, you understand after your interviews are over, first you're the host, then it posts. The host posts the content. It's crazy. I know. So stop saying my wife did such. However, you have targeted my wife and you are being reported for such. My wife is not a reporter nor an influencer with an audience. Wait. So she's an influencer, just not with an audience. What does that mean?
I don't know.
What does that mean you are? If you're an influencer,
It means
without
that
an
she's
audience?
jealous. That's what it means. That she doesn't
It's
have
so
an audience.
Jelly. That is a weird freaking letter.
I know. You want to see my response?
Yes.
Who wants to see my response? Any show of hands in the chat. Do you want to see my response?
I will
It may
throw
have-
hands if you don't show me that response, damn it.
It may have been a little snarky. Before we get to the response, let me get to the super tips. Thanks for the 5, Lawanda.
Betsy Spider. Oops. I smashed that spider with my foot. Did I do that? Yes, I did.
And Lori Netzel, thanks for the 20.
I'm pregnant. I'm not pregnant. It's paint chips, baby. Maybe.
You know, Paint Chips might have a chance with her. Becky Fear Wreck, thanks for the 5.
Megan, how dare you cause this poor woman distress? Way to go.
Sticky Widget, thanks for the 1248.
My Muppet fell down.
My Muppet is like a Weeble. It can't fall down.
All this Muppet talk is making me very uncomfortable.
Okay, stop all this Muppet talk or there will wet noodle smacking for everyone.
My Muppet fell down.
My Muppet is like a Weeble. It
Oh,
can't
no.
fall down.
All
It's
this
going through
Muppet
him
talk
again.
is making me very uncomfortable.
Okay, stop all this
won't
Muppet
stop.
talk or there
It
will
won't
wet noodle
stop. It's
smacking
gone
for everyone.
crazy.
And Mama Cat, thanks for the 10.
I have to go to bed soon. Have to be up early to join my classes at Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. I mean, if these chuckleheads can get a law degree, why can't my dumbass get one?
All right, here we go. Are you ready for my response? Here it is. Your wife has a platform. She's trying to get monetized and attention from jumping into a high-profile case. She mentioned me first. She pulled me in. She held live streams discussing me. She put my picture on her website. She contacted me first. I did not respond for weeks. I did report the revenge prawn to YouTube. It's still on Facebook on your wife's show. Sharing someone else's illegal revenge prawn on a live stream is called distribution. She did it twice. I have the first time downloaded and preserved for court. She left it on Facebook because she isn't very smart. Here's the link. She reposted it to YouTube also. She has distributed Revenge Prawn on multiple platforms multiple times. I don't have a duty to inform your wife. Do not break the law. She should know she should not post Revenge Prawn. Now that she has my attention, because she has sued people I know, posted Revenge Prawn of me and is threatening to sue me, she doesn't like the attention she's getting. That's too bad for her, but it's also exactly what she asked for. Law enforcement will laugh her out of the building. You'd be better off to advise your wife to stop and go back to pageants and dance classes. She is not going to enjoy this fight she's insisting on picking. The countersuit will include her violations of federal and state law that distributing digitized sexual acts of identifiable people is illegal. Again, do not contact me, not for anything. Do not email, call, text, or even try to communicate via ESP. I do not want to talk with you, and any communication will be considered harassment. For the record, you people contacted me. I have never attempted to contact you or your unhinged wife. Consider this your cease and desist. Leave me alone. All the best.
All the best, all the best, all the best, all the very best, all the best, all the best, all the best, all the very best, Megan Fox.
And I have not heard from them since.
I like how, again, though she was running other accounts through everything. Now she brings up a cat. Of course, she left social media. She was just doing, how many interviews and all this other crazy shit.
Yeah, and like I'm doing a Netflix show, and I need auditions, and like, come on. Who are you kidding? Like, you're trying to be a star.
She wants to be an ecosystem player. Here's the problem. 2 L's, what are you going to do if she gets bigger than you? What if she won't get in line? What then? I keep waiting for that to happen because all these other, all these other jokes I mean, honestly, Ray's hard to listen to. Milto's is hard to listen to. And I'm not saying she's not hard to listen to, but I mean, compared to the gummy bears, I mean, I mean, my God. What if,
It's a sad day when the fleas have the best show out of the ecosystem.
Oh, Jesus.
Because that show is, I can't listen to it. It's awful.
I can sit through a lot. I just can't do it.
But I won't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
I would fall in a blue bucket, but I won't do that. No, I wouldn't do that either. Gross. Okay. Let's
Oh my God.
You said you have to be done by 10, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was thinking, I think we should probably, I mean, it's all like just copy pasted, right?
Let's look at the let's look at the
anything
exhibit
else in
part,
here?
and then I will run through and I will look at it for
Because I don't think there's
But the
anything.
exhibits, I think, matter. There's there you can see what she's talking about here. You've seen the hate that she's discussing and the imagery. So this is actually, I mean, I thought, man, this is pretty damn mild stuff. Whoops.
Oops,
Whoops.
It's like when you try.
What have you
Stop
done?
it!
Okay, I'll quit. Here, you do it for real.
No, now I quit. No, I'm not touching it. No, I won't touch it.
Okay.
That's what she
Megan,
said.
quit. No, what did you?
I didn't do it.
She didn't
what
do
she
it.
said.
I did it twice.
I
That'd be funny. I could close it. Megan, why are you doing this? Are you going crazy? Look, so she's mad because there is a group called Legally Duckface Lips, Leslie F. So it had 27 members. I don't know if
That's
this
what she
is,
calls widespread humiliation.
yeah.
We should all be so lucky that our enemies only have 27 followers.
She her first part here is her actual statements. So this hate here. Now I like again that she managed to comment as Ashley Page. So she went in and used one of her alt accounts, which posted the same stuff we were talking about there. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? But I thought that was more
this is
telling
giving
me.
me serious Laura Owens vibes. How do we know that she didn't create this herself to make it look like she was, like people were after her? Like that's something Laura.
I mean,
would do.
come on, really? Legally duck fat. Who gives a shit? It's just what it looks like is an archiving site where people were going to keep up with her, and it's so nuts. And she has one puppet picture that is that is actually the thumbnail. Like if you look,
that's
that's
my
the thumbnail. Yeah. So that
I
is
love
this.
that picture. I worked very hard on that. Or ChatGPT did.
And this picture right here, I mean, that's beautiful.
I
That is
like it.
beautiful. It is. Like, that is a beautiful picture. I am sorry I watch so you don't have to. I'm sorry that they cannot appreciate your beautiful art there. I'm sure I watch is sad. Look at the sadness in the image there. Can you see? She looks sad. Like, I knew, when they were taking this snapshot that wouldn't be appreciated. So,
I love it.
I do too. I like it. I mean, what's the problem there? So you have the complaint files on the side. You have, these are her filings or her snapshots. Again, any media that comes up, it'll show there. That's the image here and the thumbnail. All right. So far, that's what we have right there. And again, these are all questions. Sue Jeremy Hales? Question, exclamation. Are they crazy? Question. So, Muppet going to jail. Is that who she's saying? Is that her then? Is she saying that's her? I'm confused.
I
It doesn't
guess.
say it's
I
her.
guess she is. It doesn't. It does not.
I mean, Lord, I'm confused. And then this is cut off. So we don't have that. And there's nothing new showing on the side over here. Okay. So before I give myself another migraine, who is this pout trout? Why is she sticking her nose into this? You know, you have 3 comments. Only one is captured up there, though. She is a quote unquote permanently retired, which is 100% what the site says for the bar. That's what it noted. Permanent. So that is exactly what it says. There's nothing there. Who is now part of the anti what the hell's group? 100% too. I'm going to say yes. You've gone anti what the hell. It's like all your social media says 100% that is legit. You know. Then we have documentation from the courts. You know, talking about that. Okay. Remember, we have been told that we can look at that, and any type of documentation is okay. Complaint file, motion to seal here. Cover sheet, again, nothing at all that's wrong. We have the docket itself, nothing wrong with that. These are all perfectly legit. It's all out there in the public. Then there's a discussion between court case 2 between Leslie and Michael, which again, you know, if there's a problem with discussing things like that, why were you housing Jeremy Hale's divorce? Because you yourself said that was okay. People are just taking your legal advice.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Then we have men here say the JH's claims against defendants by legally Leslie. So this is again citing exactly what she said. You know, this is so this is the press release. That's what that is, by the way. You know, that's her press release. You can see that's all the stuff.
Her legal advice, yes.
Mm-hmm. Then you have here, again, talking about dissolution of marriage with children. Nothing there at all. I'm making sure I'm watching for where I'm going to, when we get one more down, there will be no point going forward. Then here, you know, it's Megan Fox saying who's going to have the most fun with the new lawsuit. Oh, okay. Like what's the problem? Ray Hip? Oh no, not Ray Hip. I mean, what is the issue there? I don't even understand this. People are saying, hey, who's going to have the most fun with it?
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't have a poll?
I guess not.
What an idiot.
She thinks that she can file a lawsuit and nobody is allowed to talk about it.
And then this stuff has nothing to even do with her in any way, shape, or form. So she has just filed a bunch of garbage on the backside of that. And then at the end, she put the cease and desist. And like I was talking about yesterday, there is a cease and desist. She did. So the beautiful thing about this, the thing that I love about the cease and desist, she includes the one, she doesn't mention it interestingly in the complaints. She talks about the Jeremy Hale's one, which is not included, but the one for Megan Fox is here. But what she does when she archives it is she puts in her forward where she sent it out, because of course she's doing this for Polyflop. Who's the first person on the list? Stupid Dave. Who's the second person on there? Luthman. You know, the guy that Mr. Creator of? Yeah, he's right there. Bruce, number 3. Volpe, number 4. And 2 Fleas, number 5. Interesting, isn't it? So she didn't even have to archive that. You talk about a stupid fucking move. Like, that was the dumbest thing. Why would you include that as part of your filing?
I have no idea, but it is the dumbest lawsuit I've ever seen, ever in my whole life.
I'm going to go back through all of that. I mean, again, it's a lot, but I'm going to see. Let me see what all the causes of action are. You know,
well, we just read them. They're all copy pasted. They're all the same.
Yeah, but she goes with like stalking, intentional infliction of. I want to see what they.
It's just absurd. None of it makes any sense. And
well, she also
again at this point it is a fake lawsuit. It isn't.
She put in
real.
assault and threats. Assault and threats. Now,
yeah, but she's given no evidence of any of this stuff. All of her exhibits are not evidence of any of the things that she claimed. None of them.
She says that assault and threats. She says that On multiple occasions, blah, 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 defendants and their followers use language and imaginary threatening harm to plaintiff's personal safety, reputation, and livelihood. These include implicit statements by defendant Hales that his goal was to, quote unquote, drain and ruin his targets financially and emotionally, and to, quote unquote, destroy those he sued. So she, it's fucked up if she puts in the language about other people that they claim. Those claims about other folks, but she doesn't include stuff about herself. That is so insane. It is so fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's the worst freaking lawsuit I've ever seen in my whole life, and it's not going to go anywhere. All right, I am going to get to super chats.
Yeah.
And here is the last super tip we have. From Shizzy Wiznut, thanks to the 931.
Megan calls everyone with vocal fry a dumbass.
I don't have vocal fry, but my vocals are fried, and I am a dumbass.
Now I am turned on.
Megan calls everyone with vocal fry a dumbass.
I don't have vocal fry, but my vocals are fried, and I am a dumbass.
Now I am turned on.
I don't know why it does that sometimes, and I can't stop it. I can't do anything to stop
I love it. I love it with his statements about like dumbass, and then it like repeats over and over.
I know. I can't make it stop. Wizzy Wheels, thanks for the 2. Thank you, Megan, for taking time to answer me. Don't you love Wizzy's? I made Wizzy Wheels as Muppet. Isn't it funny?
Give me a second. Let me look. Oh yeah, I like it there.
It's great. Ray, aka Ball Python King, member for 6 months. How do you get a one-armed blonde out of a tree? Wave at her. I've heard that one before. And Allie, yes, thanks for the 2. Have you seen Lib's channel is back? Yep, we did. And Tris, thanks for the 2. What a great Muppet picture of you and the kids. Tug, thank you for the fabulous Muppet photo.
You are welcome. If I missed anybody, by the way, I think I got all of you. But if I missed for some reason, just bump your request back up to the top. There were a lot of them. I thought I got everyone, but when I like if I download your picture, I dump it afterwards and I delete everything. So I could have missed something in there. It's the precaution. So I didn't. I tried to take your safety and your privacy to the highest level I could think of. But like I said, I could have accidentally missed somebody because of that.
And maybe not. Thanks for the $1. We sure appreciate you. And Kenneth Sawyer, thanks for the 5. Minion number 2, reporting for duty. And Sammy Jane, thanks for the 2. Mugorama time. And Mary L. Dale, thanks for the $2 super sticker. Appreciate you. Navy Vet for the Broken, thanks for being a member for 7 whole months. When I was 20, I dated a man whose family is from Sicily. I quickly stopped dating him. Wizzy Wheels, thanks for the 2. All the Muppets in the room, please stand up. Mud Dog, thanks for the 2. I'm taking donations for baby oil for Jail Boy. Oh, well, you just had to go and mention him. And now I suddenly feel the urge to play this video again. He's going to look so great in his newest perp walk. I can't wait. I hope there's a camera there to capture it. It's going to be wonderful. It's just absolutely. I'm looking so forward to it. It's going to be like better than Laura Owens' day, which, by the way, tomorrow is Laura Owens' arraignment. I will be covering that live. I think it's going to be around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tune back in for that. Sandy Greener, thanks for the 2. Richard Luthman equals 1 brain cell fighting for first place. True. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. Hey, Tug and Megan. Well, hello, Max Lab. How you doing, buddy? Sandy Greener, thanks for the 2. Oops, I'm at 1 brain cell fighting for second place. Emma, thanks for the $9.99. I would love to join members, but can't with the iPhone. Help. Love you both. Well, if you're going to join something, join Locals. It's more fun. And we do more things over there. Plus, there's the live chat. So if I were you, I would go to meganfox.locals.com and join there. It's the same price as YouTube. Nadine Bandura, thanks for being a member for 3 months. Hello, Megan and Tug. Well, hello, Nadine.
Hello.
And Mama Schwood, thanks for the $5 super sticker. Appreciate you. Wizzy Wheels, thanks for the 5. Sending my electric bill money. Who needs electricity anyway? That is not advised. I do not advise that. I renounce that. Take your electric money back. AJ's World, thanks for the 2. Tug didn't see my super chat yesterday. I'm in remission. Oh, right.
I missed. Did I miss a super chat yesterday?
Maybe.
I don't know AJ's World, but that's great. That is awesome to hear. I apologize. First of all, I did not catch your super chat either, but especially with a great thing like that. That is awesome news.
Really cool. That's really good news.
That is great news.
Congratulations. And I wish I had a button for that. I don't have a button
for
for
real.
congratulations, you beat cancer. I wish I did. I need one. I'm gonna have to think about that. Who's next? I have my favorites. Tammy's Cuz. Thanks for the 5. I just want to thank everyone in the chat for all the birthday wishes. I truly appreciate it. It's very sweet. Well, happy birthday. Amy Brat Tiff. Thanks for the 2. Was Paint Chip the Bukkake Queen in prison? Oh Lord, I'm gonna throw up. Lori Netzel, thanks for the 50. It's been a day for me as well. LOL, SMH. It's crazy today. To make the haters have a crazy mad day. Oh, good. Well, thank you. I appreciate
Had a
that.
crazy one too. Well, I hope it has been better. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I know. I've had a nutty day too, and I need to go lay on a heating pad as usual. Oh, that reminds me. I'll play my new song on the way out. Ice on my hand, heat on my shoulder. You're going to like it. Gail Young, member for a month. Been watching you for a long, long time. Just have trouble being a member. I have an iPhone. I guess I've been watching you in Tug since Johnny Depp. That is a long time. Tracy Wilden gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Welcome to the Fox Den, everybody. All 5 of you. You know what we do here. We put big fat bitches in jail.
Right away.
That's what we do here. Right to jail. Welcome to the Fox Den. It's weird here, but you'll get used to it.
That really, that really puts a new spin on the Fox scream.
It does. Andre Lozier, thanks for the Canadian too. Hey Meg, Tug check email, soldiers waving to be free.
I saw
All
those. I picked them up for tomorrow.
Sticky
Got 'em.
Widget, thanks for the 2. Welcome to the Muppet Mob, biatches. Sticky Widget, thanks for the 2. Welcome to the Muppet Mob. That's right. Mad Madam Mimosa, thanks for the 10. Can Lipsy get approval as pro hoc vice lawyer in Florida case if she gets registered as a lawyer in, say, Georgia? Probably not. They would research her and they would see her disciplinary history and they would not admit her to the bar in Florida. She's not eligible there. So I would think that would carry over to pro hoc vice as well. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm guessing. Lori Netzel, thanks for the 20. I get confused as an Olympic multi-gold medalist. Leo 2MD, thanks for the 5. Sorry, off topic. Megan, are you going to report any of the Buffalo school system accusation drama? I did touch on that a bit, but no, I'm not specifically covering that. I just have too much going on. Just J Hip, thanks for the 5. There is a junkie on Kensington Avenue also suing me right now for defamation. Well, I told you to stay off Kensington Avenue. It's very dangerous over there. Sean Poe gifted 5 Megan Fox membership. That's 5 more of you who are going to help me put a bitch in jail.
Right to jail. Right away.
Very, very excited about that. Deborah Rearick became a YouTube member. Welcome to the Fox Den, Deborah. Are you ready? Send your tips into ecosystemtips@gmail.com so we can put these bitches in jail where they belong. And I can't wait. Revenge Prawn, thanks for the 5. Revenge Prawn, thanks for the pick, Megan. I didn't have one. Do you see the pick, Tug?
Give me a minute. Let me look. Oh, yeah. I saw that one yesterday. I liked it.
Joyce Burnt, thanks for the 5. Oh, lips. Now you've gone and pissed off Megasaurus. It wasn't advisable, but that's the road. They chose violence, and they're going to find out. Wizzy Wheels, thanks for the 5. Isn't it mind-blowing all of this got started with a greedy poison dwarf trying to get something for nothing? Yeah. It's weird. DTG 1032, thanks for the 2. Grifter fail, forgot to pin the super tip link. I know it took me a while, but I got it up there.
How dare you?
Crispy 1, thanks for the 2. Keep doing what you need to do to handle this BS. Oh, I will. Mama Cat, thanks for the... Is that 100? Oh my goodness. Mama Cat, thanks for the war chest. Get him, Megan Tug. Well, that deserves a special button of some kind. Let's see, which one shall I pick? I'll do the screaming goat. Thank you for the 100, Mama Cat. That's awesome. David E. Jones, thanks for the $4.99. Catching up. My favorite saying is, "Oh, so you want to play? Then we'll play all the time."
Yeah, I need to.
Yep.
I gotta go do something real quick.
All right. I'll see ya. Big Bad Boom 63. Thanks for the 2. Get these fools. They need to be stopped. Stay safe. Agreed. Iowa Gal became a YouTube member. Welcome to the Fox Den. It's weird here, but it's a lot of fun when we're putting bitches in jail.
Right to jail, right away.
Laura Owens is on her first step to going to jail starting tomorrow at her arraignment for seven felony charges. Wow. Felony perjury, felony fraud. So many felonies for fucking around. You know, she really shouldn't have. We tried to warn her. Be the bland one. Thanks for the 10. 2 things. 1, I'm a man of my word. I said I'll pay $5, but forgot YouTube's cut. This more than covers the remainder. B, Tug must change his avatar. It reminds me of Jamie Heineman from Mythbusters. I don't remember who that was. I watched that show, but I don't remember him. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for the 5. The anti-What the Hell's ecosystem would all make a great contortionist group. They already have their heads up their backsides. Yes, but in the physical world, they couldn't even touch their toes. So I don't know how you would expect them to do any sort of contortioning. Unless it's rolling around on the floor, crying about the breadsticks that I get. Just Jay Hip, thanks for the 5. Can I point out that I'm the only one to apologize and correct all my statements to lips? So unfair. Skiffer Trucking, thanks for the 5. What a great week this has been. It's only Wednesday. Hernandez, not guilty. Chrisley's released, and Tug and Jay Hip will be sellies. Roberto Gines, thanks for the 5. Appreciate you. Jesus Azabal, thanks for the 10. Azabal, I don't know how to say that. Hi, Megan and Tug Breadsticks to help against the crazy people. Keep up the good work. You have our support 100%. Big Bad Boom 63, thanks for the 5. It's like they're in a clown car, and you don't know how many clowns are going to come out. These people are dangerously crazy. Yes. It's a clown car of a What the Hell's ecosystem. It's so strange. They just keep popping out of the car. Just when you think it's empty, another one jumps out. Wheat Toast, thanks for the 2. You can't stop the breadsticks. And Evita Reinbeek, thanks for the 2. This Muppet stuff even spread to the Netherlands. Fantastic. Pokemon Muppet Warrior, thanks for the 2. I am now a Muppet Warrior. Balloons will pop. Double Karma, thanks for the 10. Hi, Megan and Tug. I claim to creating the supposed Facebook hate group, leading me to get 3-day Facebook ban and that group removed. LOL. You mean the Leslie one? Really? It got removed? What was hateful about it? I didn't get it. The clown picture? MQ, thanks for the 2. Pitchfork Money. Nana Misty, thanks to the 5. I don't think there's a single one of the ecosystem whose elevator goes past their big toe. Al Flocking Lou, he's got bigger man boobs than me. Wonder what size to send him in jail. Well, you know what? Let's take a look at the video again. Maybe we can figure out, is it a C cup? Is it a D cup? Ooh, it could be double D's. I'm going to go with double D, possibly an E. Wow. Those are quite large. The moobs, they are large, large and in charge. And we have a super tip. Keith Peavy House, thanks for the super tip.
Can a Muppet get carpet burn? Just wondering for when Paint Chip Services crook. Can a Muppet get carpet burn?
Don't repeat
Just wondering
yourself.
for when Paint Chip Services crook.
Okay, stop that. I don't know why they keep repeating themselves. I don't know if Muppets can get carpet burn. I don't think so, because they're kind of made out of carpet material, aren't they? But then again, how would I know? All right, let me check Cash App and Venmo, and if there's nothing there, we will go straight to the song, and then you will go and see Shizzy. So let me check real quick. All right, we are good on Cash App. We're good there. And I'm sure we're good on Venmo too, because I was just there. Okay, I'm going to share the song with you guys. It's going to be hilarious. I got to pull it up. Hold on. That's what she said.
That's what she said. Hey, Rule 26, one more
Damn it.
time.
I keep hitting the wrong button. Hold, please. I gotta find the right one. Okay, I can't decide which one I like the best. Oh yeah, this is the one. Okay, here it is. I found it. All right. Let's do this. Present, share screen. All right, I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to send you over to Shizzy. So check it out. It's called She's a Blonde Disaster. It was supposed to be called Ice on My Hand, but I just named it incorrectly. Let's see. How do I pull this up this way? Come on. Open up. Oh, here. Okay.
She's a blonde disaster, getting older, not faster. Tripping upstairs, stupid flippy flop shoes. Glasses on her head, eyes need a boost. Face planting outside where the dog looks on. Looking at her like, damn, what the hell is she on? Ice on my hand, ice on my hand, heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand, ice on my hand, ice on my hand, heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand. Clumsy and blonde, you don't understand. Cooking dinner like a pro, pasta boiling, dinner baking, gotta get to her show. Grabs the pan straight out the oven, drop it like it's hot all on the floor. For fuck's sake, that's fire. She's running for the door. Ice on my hand, ice on my hand, heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand, ice on my hand, ice on my hand, heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand. Clumsy and blonde, you can never understand. Heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand. Clumsy blonde life, it's a chaotic brand. Falling down daily, burning all my plans. Getting older, still don't know where I stand. Heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand. Tripping through life in this accident land. Blonde and chaotic, yeah, I'm still the champ. Laughing through the pain, keep it lit like a lamp. Burning water, breaking stove, stealing the show. Ice on my hand, ice on my hand. Heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand, ice on my hand, ice on my hand, heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand. Clumsy and blonde, you can't understand. Here's to the blondes who keep falling with flair. Burning water, breaking stoves, but we just don't care. Heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand. I'm a hot mess forever, but I'm still in command.
Oops, I dropped it for real. All right, so it was that one. I like that one, but then there's another version too that I couldn't make up my mind because they're all so funny. What was the other one? The other one was that the one we just that one we just played. It might have been this one.
She's a
No, not that one.
She's a disaster.
That's this one.
The night faster, tripping upstairs, stupid flippy flop shoes, glasses on her head, eyes need the boost, face planting outside while the dog looks on, looking at her like, damn, what the hell is she on? Ice on my hand, ice on my hand, heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand, ice on my hand, ice on my hand, heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand, clumsy and blonde. You don't understand. Cooking dinner like a pro, pasta boiling, dinner baking, gotta get to show. Grabs a pan straight out the oven, drop it like it's hot, all on the flow. For fuck's sake, that's fire. She's running for the dough. Ice on my hand, ice on my hand, heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand, ice on my hand, ice on my hand, heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand. Clumsy and blind, you can never run. Heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand. Clumsy blonde life, it's a chaotic brand. Falling down daily, burning all my plans. Getting older, still don't know where I stand. Heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand. Tripping through life in this accident land. Blonde and chaotic, yeah, I'm still the champ. Laughing through the pain, keep it lit like a lamp. Burning water, breaking stove, stealing the show. Ice on my hand, ice on my hand. Heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand. Ice on my hand, ice on my hand. Heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand. Clumsy and blonde, you can't understand. Here's to the blondes who keep falling with flair. Burning water, breaking stoves, but we just don't care. Heat on my shoulder, ice on my hand. I'm a hot mess forever, but I'm still in command. Mic drop.
Oops, I dropped it for real.
Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful